Okay.
I've recorded. I'm beginning to record. Is everyone recording?
No. Yes.
I am now recording. Yep.
Go.
Nice. Are we good, Austin?
I am good to go.
Right, left,
All right.
right.
Hey guys, we're back with another episode of Magic the Gathering 2014 Duels of the Planeswalkers. Do you guys remember which episode was last week's episode?
No.
69.
It was last week.
Oh, yes, last
that
week.
was it. Right.
No, but I mean the numbering. I forget. I can't
Oh.
remember what the number of the
numbering
last episode
these.
was.
Oh,
you
it was
think
like
it is?
VVVVV.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that
a
was
great
when YouTube
game.
enforced the only Roman numerals playlist numbering.
It's a really rough week, but we barely made it.
Yeah, YouTube just has that random shit sometimes where they just
I'm glad
like
they
make a
reversed
new
Exactly what
rule.
it was.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna random, by the way.
All right.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Gonna
All
play
right.
A new deck that has yet to be seen on this series of Magic.
Oh, God.
Get excited.
Well, how do you know? You haven't been on the last episode, so like maybe it was on the last episode.
Oh,
Which episode was that?
I believe it was episode 48. I could be wrong though.
Oh, man.
Wow.
You guys really that far?
48.
Yeah, I know.
There was something
Oh,
else.
for
that-
fuck's sake.
There was something
I don't
else.
understand.
Yeah, I don't get it. Why is it 48?
Oh my god. Can we?
Huh?
No, we're in this time. For
Oh, you
reals.
upset about your deck choice? I remember last time
I-
I ran
Oh my
with
God.
you guys, I got the worst deck in the game in the form of that dragon
Oh,
deck.
I clicked draw a new hand. I had too many lands, so I drew a new hand and it gave me more lands.
Yeah. Oh, welcome to my world, Austin. I have 5 cards in my hand now.
Are they all
Because I
lands?
can
Oh,
either have 7 lands or 1 land is the 2 options that I have.
Take 7.
I would feel better with 48 lands if I could even have that many because I just too many lands.
You need a green deck.
I will say that's one of the disadvantages of this card game versus other ones is that like, you know, worrying about land draw. It's like such a bullshit way to like lose or whatever is to not have lands or to have too many lands.
Let
That's
this
why I
not be
feel
a
like
segue into
Hearthstone is so
Hearthstone.
much
Ah,
more
there
fun.
it is. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Every time.
You
Do you-
literally brought it up as I was making the
The
transition.
same word. I hit Hearthstone when you said Hearthstone.
That'd
Segue.
be a problem. I'm sorry. I
It's
wouldn't
not a
have done
problem.
it.
I'm just kidding.
In truth, I've actually strayed away a bit from playing Hearthstone just because
Terrible.
it just feels very imbalanced to me right now, and it needs some patches. And once it has some patches, then I'll be okay playing the game again. But I'm gonna wait
I've
a
been
little while.
afraid for playing it
just-
myself, apart from playing it with you guys and other people I know, because I just get massacred online. Like I lose to you guys too, but at least I feel better about it that
I
way.
lose quite a bit. I was on Ohm's video a couple videos ago, and we played 4 games. I lost every game in a horribly
Well,
symmetric
was really
fashion.
good too, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Owen is good. Yeah.
He also
That or
put a
just
bunch of
decide
time
a
into
lot of-
unlocking special
Yeah, I was
cards,
gonna
which
say,
makes
he's-
you win.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
a very good
I was
point.
going for the Avacyn's Glory deck, and I picked Nick, and I didn't look at the lands because it's Baer who has the Avacyn's Glory deck.
Oh, Bears playing Absence Glory. That is a very high win rate
That
on
is-
this series.
That is a really drastic amount of flavor text in that creature, Nick.
Really? Oh, let's
yeah.
read.
Nick's flavor
The
text.
5 prides fell in a brutal chain of wars. Oh, I was about to read that, but something popped up.
Yeah, what?
If Nissa is chosen, we
Read
die.
this
Put in
instead.
the whatever.
All right, cool.
Finish.
Thanks for revealing that, Austin. You're a nice dude.
You're
I'm not interested in
absolutely
reading
welcome.
Also, by the way, we were talking about before the video, and then I like cut the conversation.
Jets.
Was the Jets
They
won?
won. They beat
The
Patriots.
Jets beat Bears' shitty ass Patriots team, and it was glorious.
I like the Patriots too.
it
Oh, shit.
happens
Are you
so
telling the
rarely.
truth to me?
Well, I'm gonna be on your team because otherwise they're gonna beat you up.
I don't
Yeah.
think
Thank
knows
you,
who the
man. I
quarterback
appreciate
of the
that.
Patriots is.
Sports fans get wild sometimes. They flip over cars for some reason.
Yeah, break things.
It's
Yeah.
kind of nuts, man. Well, I got to focus on my turn real quick here,
Yeah,
but
Don't
I
do that.
Lost the Super Bowl a couple years ago. It was a bad couple of nights.
I learned
Which
my
one?
lesson from the last episode. The less we pay attention to Magic, the better the episode
the
turns
better
out.
we do. Oh, the better the episode. I was gonna say the better you do. That would be
No,
interesting.
just-
That's not
Landing
true
on-
at all. Yeah, I completely screwed myself last time. on
I don't
Magic.
even think my game has sound. I don't care. Whatever.
Well, that's not good.
Just continually deal 1 damage to each other, Austin.
No, yeah, no, I'm down. I'm down with that in the house.
I thought you were gonna say you were down with the clown,
Down
and
with
I
the
wanted to
clown.
know who the clown was. Actually, did you guys read that story about the clown who murdered like the head of a cartel in Mexico?
Oh, why did I do this? I don't have any creatures.
No.
Yeah, a clown murdered the head of a cartel, a drug cartel in Mexico. Like,
Was it
Earlier
a
today.
joke?
I mean, probably.
Was it a juggalo?
I'm pretty sure it was the Joker. I'm pretty sure the Joker exists, and he is in Mexico right now.
I thought he died.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't die. Spoilers.
Rob.
No,
What?
I mean like the guy that plays him died, and then the Joker died.
Ah, that's true. Yeah, he is dead.
So
Just-
yeah, he died. That's the
Oh
end.
yeah, Christian
Yeah, that's a
Bale
good
died.
point. Yeah, good old Christian Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale.
Yeah, I wanted to point out, Rob, you got this liver deck again. It's your favorite.
Oh, I know. Oh, believe me, I know, Austin. I know.
I just realized that. It was real
I
funny.
That on the first one.
When I was raging at the very beginning, at least my viewers knew why that was. There was a number of reasons, not to the least of which having shit ass hands.
Shit,
You should like
ass
wash
hands.
them.
Shit ass hands. I know. That's it. Well, it's a little bit
Wiping your butt
redundant.
with your hand.
Well, I
There's
mean,
like 3 different ways that phrase could be interpreted. You could have like ass hands that are shit, like they're just poor quality ass hands, or you could have like shit ass hands. Is like, well, man, the more I think about it, there's just like this vast array
Wow.
of possibilities. with
yeah, I
Literally
really.
that.
seeing the Dracula fetus animation spawn in front of my eyes.
Yeah, I
You watch
mean,
our Magic videos, he needs to get going on those, man.
I don't
There's
know.
a lot of interesting
I
conversations.
hope he
that-
does.
F Snow Zombie does. He made that cool thumbnail for me.
Does
He doesn't
he
do
animation
animations.
too, or is
No,
he
he
just
doesn't.
still?
He doesn't do animations. I actually saw he's got a Tumblr for like, not well. I think it's actually a website. Maybe he's
Bear
got
just
2
one.
websites. Bear just one? What does he have?
Yeah.
He has that
No.
one
Oh,
card that needs to die, like,
Micaeus.
pretty much immediately.
All right, yeah. Yeah, the what was I saying? Oh, Dragon Feeds. Yeah, he's got 2 websites. One of which is like porno cartoons that he makes.
Nice.
It's pretty cool. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. They're really well made. Very detailed.
Was it porno cartoons? I heard that right?
Yes, yeah. No, that's what
Okay,
it was.
No,
yeah.
I was just making sure.
The other, well, he's got, like I said, he's got the 2 websites, and the one is, just regular old comics and whatnot, and pictures.
Nice, a lot of
dude, that's
artists
fair,
will
man. That was
split
sick.
their safe for work and not safe for work images, and I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought the other site was just going to be regular old porno images and not.
Yeah, he also runs, he's also the head of Spankwire, and,
Wire.
yeah. And,
He's got a lot of free time running that site. He just does some art for all of us.
yeah, really. I mean, when you run
like a search, like an index to see how successful all the various porn sites are.
Oh, there is.
in
I've
terms of
looked at
revenue?
it before.
There is actually, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, wow,
I've looked
please
at it
tell me
before.
you
It's
know
very
this
interesting.
offhand.
I'm pretty sure Pornhub is the top one.
Uh-huh.
I'm
No, I
pretty
just thought
sure.
You, like you have the site, or you are
Oh,
in
yeah,
fact
just-
the one that indexes the database.
Well, yeah, no, well, that's my
You are
side
the
job.
one that spanks.
Why are you revealing all your cards
What,
to us,
what
Austin?
do I do here? Am I just
I'm being nice since you guys haven't seen this deck. I'm just
finish
showing
all
you all
over
my
it.
cards.
okay?
Put a 2/2 green bear token on the variation on token. Oh, well, it's gone now. That's,
Yes.
I didn't get to read that. Magic was just like, nope, too
What
bad.
action is causing it to say, "Here's some cards in Austin's deck"?
Probably
Would you like
something.
to see them?
Is it this thing?
Usually whenever someone pulls stuff out of their deck, they usually have to reveal it to everyone.
Oh, when enters the battlefield, reveal the top 4 cards. You put it all elf cards revealed this way. Bottom. Well. Oh, okay. So I guess he just spawned that. Whatever. I don't even know. So what are we talking about? We're talking about
Let's talk
porn.
about things that aren't magic. That's more fun.
Yeah. We were talking about porn. That was interesting.
Porn, that was what we were talking
That was
about.
a good one.
I liked
Yeah.
We did
porn.
sports.
We did
Sports
sport.
and
We covered
porn.
sports. Oh, the other
The
thing.
manliest conversation ever.
yeah, really. I'm
We
sorry.
have the doc. We need to talk about our favorite beers.
Yeah, and
Oh, let's talk about that. Let's skip
I like
that
Blue
one,
Moon.
actually. Let's just keep going. Oh.
All right.
Okay.
and we should also talk about how much better company men are to further alienate all the women in these videos, whoever they may be.
Hey, women can
I
like
don't even
sport
believe in
sports.
You don't believe in women.
Choreographic sports.
I don't believe in men.
You don't believe in men. So
Yeah,
do
I
you
don't
believe
think they're
in
real.
only women, or do you not believe in women either?
I think it's just a society. It's an image that's been propagated by our shitty culture, and that there's no such thing as men.
That's
Man, that sucks, man.
it's an interesting interpretation. It's an interesting reading of Baer.
There.
It's either
Oh,
you
you
or
done
oh,
goofed,
whoa,
man.
uh-oh.
Yeah.
I have one. Sure.
There goes that really good card that you had.
Hmm.
Didn't you do that before he tapped it and gave all his creatures +1/+1?
That's a
Yeah,
valid
but
question.
I wasn't gonna use it on him, but he now forced me
But
to.
I was a dick. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
that's
Yep.
fair.
It's fair. It's fair, Bear.
I was gonna save it. This is a fair
Fair
bear.
bear.
You're a fair bear.
Fair.
I read this comic
Fair,
about
Bear. Okay, fuck you, Bear.
this comic about a flat bear.
Man.
It's pretty
You're gonna
good.
let me. Wait a minute. Did I make a mistake here? I should be able to pick Rob, right?
Were you
Yeah,
screwing the
gotta
pooch?
drag, like, you're running out of time, so don't attack me. You should withdraw immediately, please. Bear. Bear.
Oh,
Oh,
Yes.
God. I don't even know.
Excellent.
It's been so long.
The other thing that I was going to mention, there's like a lot of news topics to talk about.
Yeah, it's crazy.
A fucking public knife fight happened in the streets of the press between Total Biscuit and the developer of some shitty game.
I was really hoping you'd talk
Day
about
one Gary's incident.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was. Okay, what's the dev's name? Because now I'm gonna forget. It's like Wildfire Games. or
wild,
something
yeah,
like that.
wildlife
No,
or
it's not
wildfire, wild something.
wildly dumb.
Yeah,
More like wildly idiots.
Anyway, so the story is, well, I guess we should probably break it down at the beginning.
Yeah,
So
it's probably-
this developer released a really bad game, which is this game that we just mentioned, Day One Gary's Incident, and it's like a first-person survival open world game, which is far more ambitious than probably that studio had in it. You guys still there?
yeah. Well, you're
Got really
telling a
quiet
story.
all
I
of a
mean,
sudden.
I mean, should we just talk over you?
In the description.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
So yeah, we had that happen.
Sorry.
Okay.
That's making
Now you're
noise.
being a butt, Rob.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Go for it.
So there's like monkeys throwing rocks and dudes with all cleavers and like indigenous people that are flailing and like everything's broken and it's full of bugs. And so Total Biscuit made a WTF is because that's what he does, and he got a press code for it. Decided to make a video about that game because that's how YouTube works and that's how this job works in some ways. And they decided to issue him a copyright strike because they weren't happy with the way that he portrayed their game. So discuss.
Yeah.
Before this, I just want to clarify this for myself and potentially anybody else that may not realize the fact that it's spelled Garry. This game has nothing to do with Gary's Mod, does it?
No.
No.
Okay,
No.
that's what I just wanted to
Zero.
understand. It was like confusing to me.
I didn't even think
But-
of that actually.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, that's weird that they made like a spin-off or something, but I guess they totally didn't.
That'd be an
Like, that's
interesting
been,
spin-off.
that's been Gary the whole time that you've been lost in the Aztec wilderness.
Well, that's why. That would explain why shit's so weird in Gary's Mod.
Right?
Yeah.
This is actually a prequel to Gary's Mod. Is Day One Gary's Incident.
Gary
That's why
did
it's
that
Day
thing.
One.
Okay, I've honestly actually forgotten how to switch off of you all. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just go in order from person to person and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, just let whatever it puts it on, just do its work.
That's
Yeah.
do the twerk
Do the twerk.
and do the twerk. Do the
Why
twerk.
did you- Oh, that thing I didn't remember.
I have two of those things
Oh,
actually.
you're right. I didn't think of either of those things that,
Wow.
that I should have thought about.
Man, yeah, you just made him
That
very
sucks.
powerful.
Oops.
Yeah, but the whole I don't know. It's like they
God
decided
damn
if they wanted to fight with TB, they did it in a very stupid way, which is that like okay, TB made a review very critically trashing
First
your
impressions
game,
video.
right?
Yeah.
Whatever, yeah, right,
Not a
yeah.
review.
Yeah, but
Well, when
critically
he
panning
watches
your
this,
game.
Rob, he'll get very angry if Nick hadn't corrected you just now. So
That's a good point.
We need to.
Well, as someone who does first impressions videos myself, I don't like when people call them reviews. So
Yeah.
Right, yeah, fair enough. But anyway, so he did what he does, the WTF is, and I actually have completely lost my train of thought, but I don't know what I was saying.
They gave him a code to do this thing, so they sort of implicitly said, like, here's the way that you're going to do this, because this is how press works. We give you the code, you give us the video, and you monetize it. That's just how it works. That's the trade-off. I mean,
and there's no way they didn't know that. Like,
no, they did.
They have no defense to say, like, oh, well, we'd never heard of this industry before. We couldn't have possibly anticipated that us giving him the code meant that we were probably potentially opening the floodgates for criticism on this piece of shit that we're trying to sell people.
Right. Yeah.
They even actually gave open public permission to make YouTube videos in the forums as well. So it's like there's no excuse.
Yeah.
I mean, TB is like one of the top 5 biggest YouTube personalities as far as I'm aware. So it's like if you don't get how this works by now, what the hell are you doing?
Right,
like,
actually,
that's another level of incompetence.
That's the one thing that's actually what I was going to say. I completely forgot. Like okay, if you dislike what TB did with with the video, I'm sure that you would, right? It is a man being very critical of something that you've poured your heart and soul into, surely, right? Okay, fine. Yeah, I realize that. I understand that. But if your decision is to take action by fighting him publicly, that's like, what world are you living in where you think that's gonna, what goodwill do you think you have generated as a game company on your first game, having made a game that's critically panned across the board, and you're gonna have a knife fight in the press with TB, like, over a first impression?
He gave them, or him, a copyright strike, which if you get 3 of, shuts down your channel and your livelihood.
Yeah,
right.
It doesn't get much worse than that. And the statement, the declaration that comes across when you say, I'm going to take 1/3 of the potential of you losing your livelihood, that's a pretty serious thing to do to someone.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I think one of the most interesting parts of this is there's been a whole discourse on Reddit, and I'm sure if any of you viewers ever visit Reddit and you're subscribed to any of the default subreddits, you have already probably seen this just flooding your feed because it's been everywhere on gaming and games and Total Biscuit's own personal subreddit too. But one of the most interesting things I saw is the fact that, well, first of all, the developer posted their quote-unquote defense on their Steam forum, their community page for the game, and they said that Total Biscuit had no right to claim advertising revenue for the content, which obviously is total BS.
And that's almost a quote, too. That's
almost a direct quote. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Further than that, though, somebody disputed that claim by saying, well, hey, Kotaku actually made basically the exact same style of video. Are you not claiming a copyright strike on Kotaku as well? And to which the same person that made the original claim, like the one that said Total Biscuit had the right to do it, then went on to respond to that and said Kotaku is not claiming advertising revenue on that video, which is not true.
Yeah, what world is that person living in?
Right.
What?
So not only do they not understand the way YouTube works, they are just continually, like, someone has handed them, they replaced the shovel they were digging their own grave in with a crane, and they're just digging away like madmen.
Yeah.
Oof. This doesn't end well for anyone.
No, I mean, this
really.
is, like, at worst, this is going to end in legal battles, and at best, it's going to paint the future of that company and that guy negatively from now on, because he's abused a system that's supposed to be in place for good reason, and he's completely abused it. Which, in all honesty, like, TB is taking the punches for a bigger battle,
right?
Which is important.
I was about to say, it actually might not end so badly in the bigger scheme of things, because this might be the perfect storm, the catalyst, if you will, that allows all of us to become into a better situation later.
Maybe, but the thing is, YouTube still hates gaming, and they've always hated gaming, and they still do, so I don't even know if Google will even respond to him, despite the fact of despite how much revenue he brings to them.
Right.
But I don't think they care, because they don't like gaming.
Stupid?
I don't know. Like, you look at a service like Twitch, a much smaller company, right? And yes, they haven't had to deal with the copyright issues that YouTube has in the past before, but they have the same kind of blanket agreement with game companies that networks under YouTube have, right? So, like, if YouTube was smart, then they would cut out the middleman of the networks and say, hey, making a blanket agreement with the video game companies. We can have footage of games on our service, right? And it's good for everybody because people want to watch gaming content. It has become the most popular thing on YouTube by far. I mean, the number one YouTuber on YouTube is PewDiePie, a gaming channel. The second one is Smosh, who has a gaming channel. Because it's so fucking popular.
It's actually diminishing in popularity, and their gaming channel is starting to become like one of their biggest things.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Like, a very well produced. I mean, like I don't really have a personal opinion on how good their stuff is, but the channel itself, you can tell like there's professional quality content going up on there like every single day.
Yeah. I mean, there's also Freddie W's gaming channel that is like professionally produced. It looks like probably some of the old shows that would have been on XPlay or, whatever the one it was before. Right. So yeah,
it makes me really angry because even worse, they've created a situation at YouTube. I mean, the way that this environment is all worked out, in that it's almost become self-regulating. You know, the people who are really serious and the people who are professional don't really need to get into too much legal issue as much as the smaller channels do. So why would they not end up working with these larger channels, these individuals, to make this shit not be a problem anymore?
Yeah. I mean, it's the same reason that, people always, still to this day, people ask me if I'm going to continue my Legend of Zelda series. And honestly, the channel's just not worth the risk. Because Nintendo, they had that whole thing where they were content ID matching people for their Nintendo videos, and people have been saying like, oh well, they stopped doing that, and like, yeah, they stopped doing that for. Yeah, exactly.
Apparently, they're getting people for Pokemon now. I mean, they just the other
day they
got TB on the Co-optional podcast.
Yeah, that's
right.
Their goddamn trailer, which is a commercial for their game.
Yeah, right. I don't understand. Actually, that's something. Another thing that's actually very interesting. There was a trailer for some game or a movie. Jesus, Nick, you have 68 health.
I'm sorry.
It's not.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I didn't notice that. Anyway,
just need one more.
But yeah, you really need just one more. But anyway,
Nick was winning hard while you guys were discussing. I was doing everything in my power.
I have
real, though,
like
dude,
no
I
options.
cannot switch who I'm attacking, so I'm just I don't even know.
Oh, I wish I knew that. I could have totally taken advantage.
Yeah,
I'm
it's all right.
Anyway.
What it comes down to for me, it just seems that YouTube takes the apathetic approach where they just don't do anything at all.
Yeah.
They did that to the point where now it's actually like a criminal negligence in how they handle their situations. Not only is it just apathetic, they actually go beyond that.
It's confusing to me because whenever they do something, even when they're actually
I finally got it.
doing something, they
That's right.
good job there.
What
is that
I just realized.
It's baby steps. That's
whenever
right.
they do something, it's bad. It's negative. Like the recent changes they made to the video player, they downgraded. They made it worse. They made mobile worse. And the whole reason they're doing this is because they want people to actually watch videos in lower qualities. Because it doesn't matter what quality you watch a video in, YouTube still gets the same ad revenue, but it costs them more
less stress on their bandwidth. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they made it to where it's more complicated. I mean, I use the term more, lightly because it's really only an extra button press. But that extra button press is actually going to make a lot more people not click HD on their videos.
Yeah, it's similar to
it's the same reason you can't auto HD. You can't, make sure every video you watch is automatically in HD because they don't want people doing that. And it's kind of sad that that's the kind of thing that they're looking to do is just, we just want as many people as possible to watch as many videos, but in the smallest quality available.
Honestly, even that stuff is just like penny pinching, like whatever. You know what? YouTube's gonna do that. It's a company. It's gonna do that forever. And right, that's that. But that's what I was about to say. Is like that. That's the problem is. That seems to be the only changes that they make towards any kind of progress is that kind of stuff, and they've been silent on this issue, and I'm sure that they're not going to mention it at all. And in fact, it's probably going to be handled legally, privately, from this point on. After I'm sure that there's going to be a big media storm over this whole thing.
Right.
But is there? I don't think there is. It's gonna blow
Yeah,
up
this is
like
gonna.
it is.
No, it's gonna blow up on all the gaming websites. They
And
got
it's
nothing
gonna
else
go
to talk
away.
about. They're basically Reddit. Well, yeah, it's gonna go away. That's what I'm saying. YouTube's not gonna do anything, and it's gonna be handled silently, legally by Total Biscuit and this other company. And you know, like whatever. Like you have 136 health. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was
That's-
just swing with the team because I know it's over.
You should just let him hit you, Nick. Honestly.
Well,
It's like oh,
I can block with this 4 anyway, because that won't die. Whatever.
yeah.
The thing about it is that even Total Biscuit makes it clear in the video. The problem isn't this one guy. This one guy is insignificant,
Right.
in comparison to what
It's
the
the
actual
principle,
issue that
yes,
he's trying
yeah.
to make the point. Is
Right,
that
it's totally
YouTube
principle.
is broken right now, and they don't care to fix it.
Yeah.
They haven't cared to fix it.
Well, they don't
and
like they don't like gaming content. They've never
It's
liked
not even
gaming
just
content.
gaming content. It goes all the way to the music, and when people use like clips of music in their videos, and the whole everything about YouTube, they take
Yeah.
the approach that Valve
Well,
takes, that Blizzard takes. That I'm not going to tell you anything approach. I'm not even going to talk to you. I'm not going to have a blog where I post news about what we're doing with our website. We're just going to be this phantom. Like, name one person who works at YouTube. Can you even do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you never reach anyone directly at YouTube either.
No.
I mean, like we haven't even gotten to the issue of like the freaking archaic copyright laws that everyone
Yeah.
still abides by. I mean, like that's a whole new freaking video if we want to get into
Yeah,
that.
that's it.
But-
Even talking about the history of the DMCA and all that other stuff, and the
Yeah.
more recent stuff that
It's
tried to
super-
change the
Super
copyright law.
hypocritical of Google because they act like they want to protect internet rights. Like they've made points about it, and they.
Well, guys, looks like none of us will have YouTube accounts by the time this video. So thanks for joining us all for the duration of our channels, and maybe we'll see you on different account names
We're
next
all
time.
gonna move to
Yeah,
this.
we'll all
Yeah,
be Twitch streamers. I mean,
That-
where it's
You
going.
can
Twitch
find
is
me
so
at
nice. People
Vim-
do
Which is
Twitch,
wonderful in comparison
Twitch is
right now.
amazing.
Yeah,
You can stream Nintendo games all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
they are doing it right now.
I want to
Unless
know
we
how
do it
they
at
do
Evo.
it.
Don't
Well,
do it
they
at Evo.
they're doing it. Yeah, right. Yeah, they're doing it. Well, no, that was the whole thing at Evo too with Nintendo, where like people were like, yeah, we really want hundreds of thousands of people to watch us play your 15 fucking year old game, and Nintendo was like, no. And it's like, what in what world is that
They did
stopping
eventually bend
sales?
and break to that,
They
though.
did. But
Well, yeah.
like, can I say something just like Nintendo? I'm gonna talk to you directly now. We want to love you.
I
We've
know.
always loved you.
There's no reasoning with Mr. Nintendo. He's lost his mind at this point.
He really has. He's gone
Why
crazy.
do you push us
Well, you know, this seems to be like the general mentality though of all these major companies now. Like the story that I was going to mention was I went to watch a trailer. It was one of the most upvoted things on Reddit for a movie, right? And I go to watch the trailer and it says this has been flagged for copyright by blah blah by Warner Brothers or whatever. And it's like, are you out of your fucking mind? I'm watching, or you're gonna make me go out of my way to watch a commercial for your movie? Like that's what it's for. It's for people to see, and you're going to copyright strike it. Like what world does that make sense? And you know what the reasoning is because you can watch the trailer on their website directly, where they have their own ads, and they have they have ads for your fucking advertisement. That's how intense it's become.
No, but
and I was
here's
willing
the
to watch
thing,
the
though.
ads there.
They could have put a claim on that trailer so they could even run the damn ad of theirs on the
Yeah.
other person's video, but they chose to instead maliciously take at their account and try and knock it down.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
yeah, yeah.
They don't understand the amount of power that they're wielding toward people who have basically no recourse at all. I was
Yeah.
in that position. It's horrifying. I had my goddamn account taken away because of AdSense, because somebody spam clicked some ads on my website at one point, and I was
Yeah.
basically done at that point. The only reason I got it back was I got really lucky and someone wrote an article that went on Kotaku for me. That's the only reason that happened. They never talked to me again. They never explained why they took my account down. They never explained why I got it back. I never actually spoke to Google. It just came back one day.
And it's
Oh, yeah.
because it doesn't matter to them. If we're
Yeah,
going to be
they don't
honest
care,
with
yeah.
ourselves,
It doesn't-
we
no,
don't
it's-
matter.
imagine-
Like not even the big people matter to them.
No.
It's so strange. Imagine if I'm working now in Egypt. Imagine if I was just sitting there at my job and some guy walked in from some company where we bought hammers from and like, oh, you're using our hammers. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to make some copyright claims. Those are our hammers. You don't have a job anymore.
Every time
Sorry.
you take a swing, I'm going to need you to yell the name of our hammer brand loud and clear for the entire crew to hear.
Yeah, and now we're getting into general like copyright law, which is fucking absurd anyway. But we won't go into that whole thing. Yeah, actually, CGB Gray's video on
Thanks for
copyright.
watching, guys.
Yeah, yeah, really.
We should all do you guys want to link to the TB video that we've been talking about?
Yeah, we
because I
probably
think it's
should.
worth everyone seeing. It's a
Yeah.
really good video.
It's
I
very,
really
it's
hope
very
that
important.
becomes the next freaking Coney 2012 or whatever that.
I mean, you've probably all seen it already by now, but just in case you missed it, like you should know the source material of what we're referencing here.
Yeah, and it's
And
something.
he really goes through it really in an articulate way, which I think is beyond what I can do anyway.
You know, one thing that I've now that I've realized is in my template when sending emails to developers. Honestly, you have to be completely explicit. It has to basically be a contract at this point.
Yeah.
Because he said, like, he even says in the video that it's implied, and it is implied by the email, but he doesn't explicitly say I'm monetizing this video, right, in the email, and I'm sure he's going to reword his email template from now on.
He did implicitly say that he was.
No,
No,
well,
I
he
showed the
implicitly
email.
said.
I don't think
yeah.
it actually was in there.
Yeah, he didn't explicitly say I'm monetizing this video, but he says it's heavily implied, and it is. It is legally it's implied, and that's fine enough. But there's no point in even taking any chances anymore, right? I mean,
Yeah, no. Even if you do say it, they could still just press their automatic button and it'll still go down. And you'll still
Right?
Well, but like, what did he think he was getting if he gave him a key? What was the point of him giving him that key then? If it wasn't
Right.
for
I don't
that.
think this guy developer is a very smart man to be.
Well, I know,
completely
but I'm
honest.
just saying from his perspective, if we were to play devil's advocate, did he think he was giving this code to TB so he could play it for fun for his on his off day?
I don't
Yeah.
know. It comes
What
down to
was
whether or not
he
he thinks
thinking?
his game is great or not.
You know-
Do you think he made a good game, or did he?
The Metacritic scores that are being fashioned by the fake accounts he's been creating.
Oh, that
are
too.
Not just he. I mean,
Yeah.
well, to be in the interest of non-sexism, a woman is actually responding to the majority of the Steam community forum things. So I'm sure it's a team effort anyway, but still, I mean, like the entire crew is like getting together to try to squelch any kind of negativity about this game at all.
right.
And
yeah,
of course,
which
since
is-
Twitter went insane after TV's video went up, they've been just like deleting everything everyone says and probably blocking everyone.
Yeah, they've been actually. There's been a huge wipe on their Facebook page of comments,
God.
and it's like, but again, it all goes back to that first point of this whole thing, which is like, why get in a public knife fight with Total fucking Biscuit? If you wanted to do it silently, like, do it to smaller YouTubers who are shitting on your game, right? And companies do this all the time. This is what's happening with Nintendo, actually, is they're just shitting on smaller YouTubers, but the biggest ones are fine because obviously they have public image. But the smaller YouTubers obviously have no recourse. They have no audience, no stage to stand on. But TB does. Like, why would you go to the top, the guy who has the most stage and the biggest mouth out of anyone on YouTube doing what he does, right? Like, what world does it make sense to pick a fight with him?
Well, do you think it's just perhaps, and I'm giving the developer way too much credit here, but do you think it might have been a strategy in getting way more publicity?
Oh no, I
don't either. I'm just sort of throwing that
If
out
it
there.
is, then
Just-
he's even dumber than what he's doing now. So
Yeah, no. I mean, any publicity is good publicity, right? I mean, so I suppose, honestly, it probably will drive a lot more sales to Day One Gary's incident. I don't think he was thinking that far, though. Honestly, it was probably like an impulse thing, right? He probably watched the video and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna flag this because it's that easy." Like, you can make an impulse decision and copyright strike like that if you have the proper,
it sucks because we can sit here and talk about it all day, but this is one of those things that we would have to just keep pushing and keep talking about for weeks and weeks and just continuously badger about it, or nothing's going to get done.
Yeah.
Nothing. It will disappear in a week. We will
It's
be
actually
talking
pretty
about-
likely that we could talk about it for a year straight and they still wouldn't give a shit. If you looked
Yeah.
at the sub boxes being broken,
Yeah.
yeah, that's still happening.
I mean, yeah,
That's
I'm
a
talking
good
about
point,
we
yeah.
would need some kind of band together from every network and top YouTuber.
Oh, and that's never going to happen.
No, it won't.
Yeah, no way.
It's,
Yeah.
that's what's going to be
Oh.
required. Because
I mean,
again,
it's
YouTube
not-
is this mysterious entity that you cannot speak to.
Oh yeah, I haven't
Until
been able to
YouTube
talk
has
to my AdSense.
competition, like legitimate competition. There's no getting around anything like this.
Yeah, there's no reason to. Yeah.
I'm wondering too if once Twitch becomes a big enough thing when it comes to gaming, if they're just like fuck this, we're out, and just like ban all gaming stuff on YouTube.
That is Twitch's best day ever. I'm done.
Yeah, really.
Yes, we did it, guys.
Dude, honestly, if Twitch manages the kind of infrastructure after this Xbox One and PS4 partnership goes through, and depending on how it goes through, if Twitch becomes an even bigger company and they have the kind of services like YouTube, meaning that you can upload videos on there as well and have a separate search system for that where you can hold videos of gaming content and not just streaming, then that would be a legitimately competing source. That would be a very legitimate competing source of gaming content.
Probably going to be a while away, though, considering they were just sort of implying, like, how about you guys don't save so many videos on your servers?
Right, yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's what I mean. Is like they're going to probably make a fuck ton more money on Xbox One and PS4. So, that once that happens... What?
I gotta tell you guys, this is like one of the most exciting things for me. I got my first check from Twitch the other day. It was fucking hand signed.
Really?
Signed it.
Nice.
Hand signed with an actual pen.
Wow.
That's impressive.
That is not a thing that I am used to seeing.
Oh no.
They're cool people over there. They're people who love video games. I've seen and talked to some of the mods.
Staff and admins all watch streams of people on Twitch.
They stream themselves. Like they're so into it. They want to be popular on their own platform.
Yeah. Yeah.
Twitch needs to just...
It's a pathetic state of affairs that I'm this excited about someone signing a check.
Well, it is exciting.
Not
man. That's
signed
really
by a
cool,
machine.
You all just need to go to Twitter and just say, just tweet Twitch. I like you. You're good. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. Now, if
It's not
only
bad.
they would give me sub icons.
There's another freaking paradox between YouTube and Twitch is the fact that Twitch's Twitter account is just so active. Like every time something breaks down, they're like, "Please hang on, we're on it. We're working towards it, and don't leave. We love you."
Yeah, and you know what? Again, to kind of be another devil's advocate here, in total fairness, Twitch is a much, much smaller company in terms of scale and scope, in that they only cover gaming content, right? So, and especially scale, it's hard for YouTube to decide to be a personalized experience for its creators. That said, obviously they're not doing enough because
YouTube just needs to exist.
Well, the thing is, YouTube. You know what the main thing is? What's happening right now, and why YouTube's been fucking up for the past couple of months, and why everything.
Google Plus.
Partly Google
All of
Plus.
YouTube is an ad for Google Plus, is what I'm convinced of. The whole thing.
That's part of it. That's part of it. But the other thing is they are having a legal knife fight with Apple over the iOS YouTube app for a long time, so they've been messing with that for a while because they won't.
Microsoft.
Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft. Well, I think it's both actually, but yeah, I think more
Apple's
specifically.
fine. They took down the Windows one on Windows phones. The Apple one's fine. I have it.
Oh, okay, so it's Microsoft then. Yeah. Well, and that's also why ad revenue doesn't come in on mobile devices, because they didn't release the ad API to Microsoft.
Well, and think about how much you'd be missing as well. Like if I don't know how many people use Windows phones. Probably not that many, but maybe like 20%. If we're being generous.
Windows phones are kind of silly right now.
I don't like them either.
Yeah,
but weird. No, I get ads that play on mobile right now. I mean,
yeah, on Android I get ads.
That's good.
Yeah, on iOS they play.
Well, I think they just that just happened.
That was like
recently.
2 months ago,
Yeah, it was like a month or two ago. Like for a long time, for the majority of me on YouTube, just no ads on mobile, and it's understandable, sort of, but it's understandable why if they had a legitimate reason why there shouldn't be ads, which is that, like, what if you have shitty buffering times, right? And you don't want to buffer a 30-second ad for 20 minutes so that you can, and then you could buffer, right? Exactly. But see, the thing is, what's shitty about that argument is that's not why. Like, if that was why, okay, but the reason is because they want to get more money out of Microsoft, and it's like. I mean, come on, man. Like,
Did you guys, speaking of buffering, it's a little it's a bit off topic. Did you see how they changed how buffering works? This was a while ago, but now buffering on YouTube.
oh
you guys-
yeah,
You know how in
yeah.
the past your video would just buffer,
Right.
would just go, and you could go back to an early part of the video already
Yep.
buffered.
Yep.
They changed it specifically to where even if you go back, it has to rebuffer
Yep.
video.
Oh, I know.
They did that specifically to prevent people from fully buffering videos and then watching, which is what some people had to do. I had to do that on my old internet, like 5 years ago or however long it was, because my internet wasn't fast enough. I would leave videos open for like 30 minutes, like 5-minute videos for 30 minutes to buffer and come back and watch them.
Yep.
It's like, what? I get you save money, but you're actually kind of also losing some money as well, and you're kind of being a dick too.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
at
again,
that
it's
point,
it's
I
one of
would
those
advocate
things.
just download the MP4.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know they don't approve of that, but fuck them at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. Also important to note, I'm totally cool with anyone using any of the footage from my channel. There have been people who nicely asked permission many a time of like, hey, can I use footage from your video? And it's like, yeah, dude, like whatever. Blanket, yes.
Yeah. I think it's a nice thing to ask. I mean, not that I probably
is.
wouldn't say yes, but I'd appreciate if people asked. That's all.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean it's nice, I suppose, but I don't know. I don't really care.
Well, it's just, there's people that literally just rip people's channels and put their videos up under a different channel and take their revenue, which I'm not cool with. So I'd like to know where people are using it, if anything.
That's true. But that said, well, maybe it's different for me.
I think
I don't know.
Nick's giving
I
you the option to completely opt out of that blanket yes.
I have a blanket yes. Because the thing is, at the intro of my videos, I make it very clear that my name's Alpaca Patrol. So if you search me, you're gonna find my channel. They're probably not gonna end up higher in the search rankings than me, even if they rip my videos directly out or
Yeah,
anything.
There's some
Never
pretty
know
funny
what-
search.
No, you don't really know, though.
That's a good point. That's an excellent point.
They
But,
might just use 2 tags and become the #1 search ranking in all of it.
Oh yeah, I
Maybe we
forgot.
should end the video before Rob changes his mind.
Actually, we've gone like 20 minutes out of the game, so we should probably just end the video here.
Hey, it was a good discussion. I would be
Yeah, it was.
not against going back into this in a future video, perhaps, if
Yeah.
people are interested. So.
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
Yeah.
thanks everybody for coming, and I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, make sure you check out everybody's channels; they'll all be in the description, so you can check out everybody's perspectives and see what Rob was all upset about. If you're not watching this on Rob's channel, anyway.
Yep.
And yeah, leave your support. Let us know if you're still enjoying the series, and we'll be back again. Episodes are Mondays and Fridays. Later, everybody.
Adios.
Oh, it was
Goodbye.
48 was the last episode.
It was number 48. Yeah, I think you're right. This is Alpaca Patrol signing out. Peace, fools.